Okay, here we go. Another video. This is a ranked match. This was a gold league match I played the other day. Um, kind of showcases an English kind of rush. I was able to kind of defend against it. So let's look at the map. It is Hill and Dale. And we're playing against Katana. So start off placing. Got a good position next to woodline. Gold is real close. Front stone. Got stone in the base, gold in the back. Got deer to the side, markets to the side, another market to the side. He's got decent golds on the side there. They're kind of far from his base, which is kind of unfortunate for him. He's got a far kind of gold, and this gold is also super up front. So gold might become an issue for him. Just because of his layout. This gold is, it's pretty safe. It's Hale and Dale, so everything inside of your base should be pretty safe. You shouldn't be falling early if you're basically any civ besides Mongols, in my opinion. Really take advantage of those walls. So, wood is super heavily favored to me. I'm kind of surprised about this layout, because we both have one wood in our base, and then I've got basically 3 big wood patches on my side, and he's got just one. I guess he's got a bunch of stealth forests, which might equal to the amount of wood that I have, but I don't know. I feel like I've got a lot more wood on my side. That being said, he must be compensated in some way, I'm sure. I don't know how. Stone looks about the same, but okay. Anywho, so let's go to what we can see. He's scouting on my base right now. See what he sees. He's got his gold going up, and he's got 8 on food, 2 on gold, 1 on wood. He's got kind of a nice spread of resources, and he sees my gold there that I'm mining, and I did not spot him. I got sheep back. I got 6 on food, and I got really heavy on wood right now. I wanted to drop that early pasture and keep my scout, my con kind of checking things out. So it's a long match too. It's 40 minutes, so we'll speed it up just a little bit here. He's aging up with his longbows. Council Hall, that's right. Forget the name sometimes. And he's only aging up with 3 guys, so you can tell he's kind of going for a castle age thing. I did not note this. I noted it, but I didn't realize he was only aging up with 3 guys. And I am just starting to age up now too. I went deer stones. I usually go silver tree. I do enjoy the boom, trade boom, but Hill and Dale, it's kind of a risky map. I knew he's gonna have longbows, and sometimes it's tough to fight the English early against the longbows. He is a good amount of longbows out right now. And I'm making some horsemen. He's got his wheelbarrow getting upgraded. Yeah, I knew that longbows were gonna come, so I wanted to have some horsemen ready. Wasn't sure how many. I also didn't want to overcommit because I was like, I was thinking about making more, and I just kind of stopped because it does affect your castle age up time quite a bit when you're baking out a bunch of them. He's got a good stream of longbows coming out actually. Yeah, he's got quite a few of them. So kind of chase this off here, and unfortunate that I'm not scouting better. Because I could have seen this this trickle, and I would have been able to get easy kills with my horsemen there. That's really unfortunate. That's a really big, I guess my fault. And the big thing is that I'm scouting out this bottom side because I haven't yet. But it's always good to have a couple scouts. So I think I gotta start changing that in terms of my gameplay. I think I need to start cranking out some more scouts while I play. At least one more. Because information is key. If I had known that they were trickling these guys across, I would have had a much better chance of stopping what was almost a game-ending push by him to me. And I got kind of lucky that he got kind of lazy and he did what I did. He stopped scouting. Got everybody basically on wood. 16 on wood, 8 on food, keeping his production going. But it's longbowmen are expensive, wood wise.
Yes, sir.
Good call by him by making spearmen. He knows I have horsemen out and about. And just unfortunate, you know, he's got all these longbowmen here. I could have gotten some nice kills with my horsemen, but I just messed up. He's cranking out a bunch of units. I've got 4 military. He's got 14. So yeah, he's got, in terms of military, he's got this. I do drop this tower up early. Not early, but I kind of knew that it's a good thing to do. And once I do drop the tower, I noticed that he I'm not sure if I could see the longbowmen or not, because they are kind of in a stealth fort, but I'm pretty sure I could. Con inactive, and here I finally get another scout out to kind of see what's happening. And here I was seeing, yeah, I could see the longbowmen, so I was gonna go see what the heck is happening over here. And I realized he's got a bunch of longbowmen, and that's what I knew I'd messed up big. 'Cause that was a big opportunity. I had to do something. I really messed up. I see him. He's coming in to raid. Just getting my tower, and he's just kind of messing with me. So we're just kind of shooting each other to shoot at each other, really there. And in terms of gold, you can tell he doesn't really care about his gold, and he doesn't have much production going into his gold. Here, I'm still cranking out a bunch of villagers on food because I was trying to get up for my castle age, and I think I started switching it over to wood here shortly because it's quite important. I have one villager kind of prepping towers around for vision because I figured that the longbow push was coming. And yeah, he's dropping a ram. I'm not ready. I move my gird to the other side. Try to get some gold production this way. I do have a decent military. I noticed that, you know, I realized I had messed up once I realized that he had a bunch of spearmen with his army too. So I'm able to take out, you know, these spearmen. It's just tough with spears and that combo to do much with your horsemen without losing a bunch. Here, you know, I'm picking away at his villager. He was not doing anything. So he's trying to come around and see what's happening. He's still trickling a bunch of units through. Villagers are kind of safe. He's pulling his villagers off of gold completely, so his gold production is basically nothing, and he's going to be stuck in feudal age. Here, I make a pretty big mistake not pulling these and burning down this battering ram immediately. I'm over here doing stuff when I should be, which is fine, but this was that could have been halfway dead right now, that battering ram. It's almost full health for no reason. Again, I see my scout here hits this villager, so I knew that he was moving out there. And just really sloppy play over here. And at this point, I'm pretty sure, yeah, I switched over to wood because I knew if things go poorly here, which they were, I was gonna really need to crank out another TC. So I'm moving my stuff a little bit further away from those longbowmen. I've got a bigger cod force coming in, so I can kind of hit these longbowmen, and some Mangudai to kind of pick out the. I mean, it's not the most cost-effective in terms of resources for Mangudai right now against this build, but I actually had more gold than I had wood to spare. And yeah, I still have him pretty much locked out of his gold over here. But he's starting to build gold. He's going for gold here in the middle. Good move by him. And if I move my scout a little bit, I could have seen that. Found some good money out of it in terms of using my army elsewhere. But I was super micro heavy here in Vision, so I probably couldn't have even done enough APM to raid over there with other horsemen. So I'm trying to hit these longbowmen, not too much of that. It's just so hard. Here I finally realized it's really raining. Burn down this battering villages. That's the big turning point, I guess, in terms of these pushes, is the rams. Anyway, now I'm up to 14 villagers on my wood. And I'm dropping a couple more pastures. I thought I could hold here. And I'm holding decent. I am holding decent, but I see him dropping another ram. So I've held him off of gold, and here I was running around to see where his gold was being mined. And I'm pretty sure I take these Mangudai over to this gold line. Yeah, I checked this gold over here, and I mean, he's not mining gold in his base, so he's got to be mining elsewhere. He's pushing forward. Yeah, he's going for food over here. Yeah, so he's coming in again, another push. And he's ready to age up. So his longbowmen, thankfully, are kind of out of range, not protecting. He's kind of microing elsewhere. And I'm now scouting his gold line up here. So yeah, I see his gold line. That's when I pull those Mangudai too. Gotta take out that ram, which is big. Really lets off a lot of pressure on me. Yeah, and I'm sending some Mangudai over. Here's the rest of the Mangudai coming over. This is gonna be a nice kill on his gold production. He's getting another bunch of rams up, and I'm pretty sure this miss micro. I'm over here doing other stuff. Yeah, this is a terrible micro. Look at that. Army's running off haywire. Must be doing other stuff over here. Increase my production, couple ranges, couple stables. Oh, he's aging up over here. Okay, so I did spot him aging up. I guess that was big actually. That was over here. I was stop him aging up. And I get quite a few villager kills over here. So even though I lost out on taking out a bunch of his gold villagers, I do take out a bunch of his wood villagers over here, or food villagers, and stop his age up time a bunch. So I get a decent raid here. Look at the amount of villages in longbow, that's crazy. He's got mining gold over here again. And he's raiding over here. I was microing over at his base and completely missed it. Got enough wood now for up 2. Not to age up, drop another TC, which is gonna be big. Otherwise, I'm still struggling quite a bit. And he's dropping another battering ram. So again, I knew I was in a bad spot here. There wasn't much I could do. So I'm trying to burn down his age 3 just to cause a little bit of damage. I knew it wasn't gonna work very well. He's bringing up 22 villies. It's gonna go up 100%. And I just gotta kind of ape here. Yeah, he did not see me come through there at all, thankfully. And that's a bunch of villagers. That's 14 villagers. You know, I still got my food guys over here cranking out food, make it look like I'm still here. And I just pick up my military production and get it over here tight. Gotta get him kind of focused on hitting that TC, and as well as being able to protect all these production buildings. He's about to finish aging up, and he's producing a bunch of food again. and his gold is still now cranking out at a good pace. My Ubu here, but it's only got like 15 through 13 12 stone. But after destroying it, yeah, it does still have 12 stone. You can't even see the stone outcropping. There's so little stone left. So he's aged up to castle age, and so I mean I had stopped hitting it, the King's Palace, so I knew that it was gonna go up. But I drop another TC down here to the side. Yeah, he has no idea I'm down here. And right next to the big fat gold mine is a pure gold, because I only need a little bit more to age it up. And he just starts pushing me hard here. And he kind of should have suspected that I had something else. I had more villagers. But yeah, I just start cranking out villagers. I'm setting them on wood again. I really gotta get the infrastructure up on my base to get this going. That's full production of villagers. I'm getting production. I'm still producing villagers every day. Really nice micro. So trying to get some damage done with my villagers. Gotta be careful. You know, losing a couple of villagers every time I can rally out. And I am building where I can calves. Get this production going, but they're just getting wrecked. Blacksmith is still just up in the air. I do have good kind of intel in terms of here, what was going on, and yeah, that stopped. So he kind of missed micros over here, and loses both of his battering rams, which is kind of unnecessary, really. But he's happy to keep cranking them out. He's cranking out wood. Well, he was cranking out wood. Let's see. Yeah, now he's only down to 11 on wood. It's kind of surprising he had abandoned so much his wood line. That's really what makes the ram push so successful. And if he had continued here, you know, there was a really good chance he would have died right here. If he had a little bit more wood for a couple more rams. So I'm still, you know, making villages here to keep my food production going. And here I'm starting to transition into my food production as well. So yeah, 5 pastures, and I still got a bunch of guys on the wood line here. 11 guys on the wood line, and decent gold production. Not great. It's only got 3 guys. I've got enough to age up when I need to. So the big thing really is food and surviving this game. Get a landmark up. Khan is dead quick. And yeah. This was kind of a rough point where I wasn't really sure what I was gonna do. I just kept trying to burn down these rams. If I get the rams burnt down, I was gonna be okay. So, and you know, there's so many pings happening for him in terms of from my TC that it allowed me to get, you know, the sneaky kind of burns in, which is nice. These villagers gonna die. Yeah. So he's still cranking out a bunch of gold here. I got more than enough gold to age up. I just need food. And he's double producing villagers, you know. So I've got 34 villagers, and he has 52 villagers. And it's a big gap. It's a really big gap, but the double TC is helping me to keep up, that's for sure. And it was really big that I was able to sneak this out without him noticing. Because he thinks at this point I'm just stuck here, a couple rams, and it's gonna be over, you know. I invested in some archers. At this point I had, you know, a lot more gold, and I had 1,000 gold. I had more than enough to age up, but I still have all these guys on the wood line, so I knew I had enough production to keep up. This time I kind of secured versus earlier where I needed to save up for a TC. So I didn't have problem spending a little bit here to kind of help defend the base a little bit. Because if he comes in again with spears and stuff, it's gonna be rough. So at least with the archers, I can kind of battle his longbows a little bit and really protect the villagers a little bit with the screen there. So, you know, I still have a good amount of military production here, so he kind of thinks I'm kind of invested here. And I'm about to have enough to age up too. So now I'm at 43 villagers, and he is at 61. So he's still that big 20 villager gap. Yeah, he's sending in another ram. Over here, I've got full enough food production going here with pastures, 13 villagers, and I'm increasing my gold production a little bit for now, and I'm ready to age up. So this was big. I knew that once I could age up, I could like relax a little bit about losing this base, because to pull these two things out, I mean I could, but it was gonna be difficult and risky. So I get these villagers off of a bunch of villagers off of food and a bunch of villagers off of gold, and I'm going up with 12 with the step. No way I was gonna do Kurota. I don't have any trade going, so I definitely needed the extra gold production. And he's just doing his best with these rams, and you know, I can tell that he's microing decent, but he kept kind of miss-microing his rams. He lost a lot of rams, thankfully. I do have these horsemen over here. I was kind of hoping to get a little bit more info, but I didn't get much. Yeah, Eco is up to 48. He's up to 68. So yeah, he's keeping that 20 difference. He's still full production with his. And now that I've aged up, I think he kind of realized that he should have realized that I was getting gold from somewhere else. And he did not. Luckily he did not scout me out, or kept scouting. So that's kind of his big downfall here, is he stopped scouting. But he's happy, he's content just to continually push, and he's got a ton of villagers on foot now. And he's got the ram production that he wants to finish this. So I start kind of investigating to see what I can with the horsemen. I wanted to get some easy eco burning these farms and making him waste some wood. Because I knew that his rams cost wood, so if I burn some farms down, you know, maybe make it a little bit worth. And wood spent on farms is wood not spent on rams, so, and idle villagers. And it's just kind of an annoyance more than anything, and he sends over a spearman and takes out one. And I just kind of run around to get some more info, really. Over here, I've got, you know, still villagers. And he's sending in that ram unsupported. And here I'm building up a bunch of archery ranges. I knew he had double TC, and I noticed that he had this whole farmland unprotected. I knew he had this over here basically unprotected. And again, yeah, really bad usage of his ram. He flicks it away, and he's kind of late on bringing it up. So I'm able to take it out for a couple villagers cost, so no biggie. 100 food for 300 wood. And I'm dropping towers here. I want him to think that I am trying to protect this and maintain strength here, but at the same time I do want it to convince him that this is kind of where I'm trying to hold. And yeah, he's still mining here, and I got this still going out. I'm just with these 18 villagers on wood, I'm able to crank out a lot of infrastructure here. So I'm up to 4 ranges now, and I'm rallying him close up here. I wanted to try to eliminate this force real quick. I can see that I didn't notice it, but then I noticed that he's dropping a ton of rams. So this is going to be kind of the final push for this base. You can't really hold without even. I've got a couple springholes out here, but you need really cannon towers and more military to hold this. The villagers aren't going to do much. He has got 35 villagers over here on wood. Let's see my eco. I've got 61 eco. He's got 85, so he's actually increased. I've actually had to slow down, I guess, somewhere. Or he pulled the payload. So try to come in and get a couple of sneaky kills here. And I did kind of want to take out these spearmen more than anything. More than even take out the longbow. Longbow I can always rush with Cav. But I was happy that I was able to take out a decent amount of military here. And he's only left with a couple. I was hoping to be able to hit that with my Mangudai here, who are now upgraded, by the way. They are veterans. And I'm up to 6 ranges. I got a ton of production. And I'm trying to make a couple of stables, making another base over here. He's gone full eco boom over here. And he's got a big man-at-arms army. That is a 36 man-at-arms. And so yeah, he's pushing in. I knew it was kind of pretty much over in one sense here. Push. I wasn't able to fully hold. And when I saw his longbow in, I knew I was going to be able to fight it with the Mangudai for minimal losses to hold this, but I honestly thought I was going to probably lose this guy. I thought he had another force. So he has no basic vision there. He finally loses his first force here, and he's starting a second gold mine over there because he's mined out a lot here. And this is this huge force, 46 men-at-arms. And yeah, he's up to 94 villagers, and I'm chilling at 68. So he's up to almost a 30 villager lead. So I'm going out and I'm raiding here as quickly as possible. And these 16, I figured he was mining here. Got kind of lucky that he was. I got a good amount of investment from this being able to kill him. And let's go. He's starting to push up, and he had evacuated his villages to this safer forest. Good move. And I'm just figuring I'm just gonna raid his eco here. That was the whole purpose of building these Mangudai, is to help him equalize the eco, which is down to, he's at 90, he's staying at 90, I'm up to 70. 20, what was it? 25, 30 villages, that was 20 villages difference. So he's just raiding here. I'm just garrisoning, kind of hoping the whole move because one thing is 4 rams, 40 man-at-arms is totally different. So here, again, I was able to hold him, his production way down. He hasn't dropped yet, but it's gonna quickly. And yeah, getting absolutely swamped here. That being said, behind the scenes over here, this base is booming. Stop making. Oh no. And I'm basically out of food production here. And yeah, I wasn't able to hold this against them. But again, I've bumped into a bunch of villagers over here. So now he's got 80 eco, and I've got 63. So from his 90, he's dropped down again. So we're equalized in the sense again, we're back to that 20 difference. And he's starting to pump out crossbows, which is kind of a big mistake. Like, that was a huge mistake, because I've not been building any armored units yet. I sent over some knights. I do have a nice factory here. I got 5 stables, 6 ranges, and this is, yeah, gonna die. I'm building villages again here, and now I've got 16 villagers here cranking out food, so I'm gonna kind of stabilize there that way. And holy cow, he had, what? I didn't even know this was happening. That is insane. He must have misclicked all of his villages, and now he's cranking out wood, stone like this. And I just taking advantage here that he's got these ranges undefended. I can just sit here and kill a bunch. So get my blacksmith out because I was gonna need it. Try to get sneaky in this, and I was gonna just. And wow, that's nuts. I didn't even realize. So I've got 60 villagers, and he's got, so he's keeping the 20 difference. He wanted to get that castle out immediately. Holy cow. And that makes sense now why when I came here for this raid, I didn't find any villagers. They were all up here. That's crazy. Find out that stone outcropping in like a minute, 2 minutes. I'm just kind of trickling knights in here trying to save this base, and it just wasn't happening. I didn't have the food production really to keep this constantly going. But I do have a nice infrastructure and a decent base here, and I'm dropping another TC. I was gonna, but I knew he had 2 TCs. If I don't maintain the 2 TC village production, I knew I was gonna have a really hard time keeping up with him. So I have an okay trade here against crossbows. I just wanted to fall back out of that TC range. I really wanted to find what the heck, where's villages at. Yeah, so he's just basically burnt down this whole base. And he's chasing down my deer stones. So I bring my deer stones over. I feel like I had enough military here to hold now. It's only 5 lancers, but I got production here, and now I've got a bunch of villagers, a bunch of knights coming out. I had knights coming out, but I have more stabilized food production. I'm kind of safe. So I'm gonna win that fight there, and I've got the TTCs going with villagers on right now. So I'm gonna catch up there where I want to be. And this is big. This is where I kind of realized what had happened. I didn't realize he had committed so many and still inflict. But I pick up a couple villagers, and I knew with that keep I wasn't gonna be able to do much in terms of damage there. And he's sending out there just 30 villagers that he's sending back. So now I'm holding at 60 villagers. And he's at 80, so once again, that's 20 villager point difference. My base is gone, and he's sending over those 10 swordsmen. But that's 6 lancers, a tower, 10 lancers, more than enough to hold here. And here, I see him build here again, right in front of me, a bunch of stone, and this is pretty much the coup de grace here. He fills his line here, and I'm gonna go raid all these villagers here. He spots it, backs it out, and I'm getting hit here, and he's getting hit here at the same time. So that raid, the damage that was happening over on the farm, happened right before, and he just got kind of unlucky in terms of being able to see this raid on the side, and he loses all those villagers. So now we're almost equalized. Now I got 65 eco, and he's got 56. So now I'm finally taking the villager lead. I'm taking a 10-point villager lead. Then these knights over to clean this up before he and nice stable eco, and cranking out double villagers, and all my villagers are working. That's the big thing. His villagers, let's see. I got basically 70 villagers. He's got 57. He doesn't have any idle. Where's his villagers at? Oh, he brought him over here to food. We're looking for his gold, and with these manga dye, I see that I was able to spot him out and keep him off of food. So I start picking out a few of them. This is where a bunch of them over on gold, and basically for stubbornness of not throwing up walls, I feel like he allowed his base to get wrecked. I'm gonna start getting eco with my military by raiding these, and I keep checking these farms back here because it's important that I keep him off food, and which I have. He has 26. Almost no income in terms of food production, not consistent. Send these guys up north to try and scout out this gold mine. He's happy out with that gold fin on the keep, but that's his only resource that has truly secure and safe. Now that he's not making food, he can't really keep up with me now. Yeah, he's at 50 villagers, and I am at 76. So now the tables have really turned. I've got 25 full villagers. So I'm going up here and I'm trying to scout and see where, maybe he's got units out and about in little places hidden. So I'm trying to just check the lines, the food lines. And I'm coming in to start doing some good raids, just eco raids in terms of buildings there. And I thought maybe he had gone up here for just farms. I checked these berries and the deer with my knights, and I was getting chased here, so I was going to loop around And now his food is back online. I guess that's kind of a big mistake on my part. I probably could have been microing these Mangadai over here, just clicking them back and forth, and they would have been fine. And holding those villagers off. But now the eco is really stabilized, and I've got 6 stables, 13 knights here, archery ranges, deer stones need to be dropped down, 17 pastures. That's pastures. I got some villages out there. So, sneaking a Mangadai past is kind of stopping force here. And here, once again, doing a bunch of damage. Farm eco itself, and then picking out villagers here. And was able to raid the gold mine for a little bit of eco. So he's kind of stuck a little fortified position around the keep. He's dropped 3 keeps around this base, which is nuts. Instead of spending like building some stone walls and securing his base, he drops keeps, which is kind of nutty. So finally he's starting to build a wall over here, which is good, I guess. I mean, finally he does it. But his military at home is just non-existent. And I've got 60 military, got 15 military. So it's a pretty overwhelming amount of military that I've got. And I can get basically resources out of burning down here. So that's what I do. And I don't have a lot of Mangadai, but it's enough to do some damage here. At home, I've got another 17 Mangadai on the way to raid. And still the 6 ranges, another batch of knights here to start hitting. I'm pretty sure I had seen the other keep with the I thought it was just 2, I didn't realize it was 3. So quit macroing the Mangadai here, lose the Mangadai, but I'm shutting down his little 4 base here, and he's losing a little bit of pop space. Dropping some ranges here, or some towers, and I noticed that he was gathering berries, so I was able to keep him off of a little bit of food that way. And yeah, his pop cap now is around 80, so he's dropping on a pop. I mean, he doesn't have the pop anyways, but just in case. And I'm sending in knights. I remember that the keep is up there. I was gonna almost send them up there. A lone crossbowman. Stop building crossbowmen. I realized he didn't have walls going up. So this is the first kind of set of walls, which is really big that saved him. And here's his next set of walls. And something that if he had done a lot earlier, he would have been in a much better place. So here I'm coming in, I'm burning his military buildings here. This is where he kind of has a nice holding force, some crossbowmen and some knights. So I just kind of fall back, and this is kind of a typical tactic that Mongols actually did, and then something that it works really effectively in this game too. Fall back, recoup your forces, and if he pulls back and fights, like if he chases you, it works in your favor completely. And if he doesn't, you're coming back with a stronger force. You know, instead of 20 knights, now I've got 31 knights, and I've got getting supported with about 25 Mangadai. Here's a couple more. So wood production here for my wood line is still decent. I kind of overkilled it on pastures, but it's good. I'm stopped making villagers. Crashing in here with the knights, and even just as is, I think it's probably going to possibly fight just to get up the knights. So with the Mangadai coming up, picking up crossbows, it's just possible to hold there. And yeah, his wall is a little late. I'm dropping towers here just in case he builds a gate. I like to secure towers on the side. And yeah, his slow trickle of units here is not going to be able to stop this amount of forces now. Here it's 100% PG, and I could just leave these castles up here to nothing. And yeah, 76 eco. I'm kind of happy to show him 76, and he's got 53. And yeah, it's just this is where it was game over. There's no holding. Mangadai, come around, hitting your eco. You got a force of knights that you can deal with at the time. And just shows the importance of scouting. You know, early scouting on my part If I had been able to see this longbowman push up in front, I would have been able to stop that a lot better with my 2 horsemen early. And then his scouting at the end, after working on my TC and my main base, him forgetting to scout the sides and see where I was going is where he lost a lot of initiative. So that game, more than anything, was actually a big, it showed some defensive play and some stopping the Rams, but more than anything, it showed the importance of scouting early and maintaining it throughout the game. So thanks for watching the video. Any comments and criticism, much appreciated.